Amélie grew up very lonely, and as a kid she'd escape into a world of romanticized fantasy. Her father mistakenly believed that she suffered from a weak heart, and kept her isolated and neglected. Now as an adult, she still has hardly any contact with the people around her. She's completely inexperienced with intimacy of all forms, and she often finds herself caught up in her own whimsical imagination. But after she discovers a keepsake that would make a total stranger very happy, she's left inspired and with a new goal in life: to make as many people as happy as she possibly can, but in a very specific way. She's going to help people from the shadows, in total secret. But will Amélie ever put her needs first? Or will death creep on her, fated to die alone? This movie is so much fun. The best way to put it is that this movie is spellbinding. It's not particularly deep, it's not complex or challenging in any way, but at the same time, this movie is very likely to leave a lasting positive impact on whoever watches it. It's not just because it's overwhelmingly positive and you'll find inspiration from Amélie's good deeds, but there's so much more to take from this. This is a movie that demands your attention because every single scene is packed with artistic vision and clever gags, and everything that happens in it is unlike anything you've seen in other movies. And it's all memorable. You'll find yourself wishing that more movies were as thoughtful and inventive as this one, that more movies were this witty and this well put together. It's a celebration of imagination and hope and kindness, but it's also a celebration of characters and their wacky personalities. It's really interesting that you learn the likes and dislikes of each character. It makes them feel much more fleshed out, like they're actual characters. It's these small details that make them all the more human. The more quirky little details you learn about someone, the more you feel you understand them. Take me, for example. I like stepping on thin layers of ice in the winter, that loud crunching sound. Weirdly, it makes my mouth water. Not in a sexual way. Things I dislike. I don't like croutons. Little bricks of bread that just clash with the salad. Every part of a salad should be stabbable and easily crammed into my face, but croutons explode when you stab them. It's just not worth the effort. Now, that information was totally pointless. It was a waste of your time, sure, but doesn't it feel like you know me a little bit better now? For better, or for worse? Just like how the characters themselves are quirky, the movie itself, in its general style, is as goofy as it is creative. And this movie is a fun collection of unique but loosely intertwined stories of people that are being impacted by Amélie. She is a mischievous little do-gooder. It's a feel-good movie with a bit of an edge because she truly is a menace to society. She steals her father's lawn gnome and taunts him by sending photos around the globe like a sick ransom letter but with no demands. But she's trying to get him out of the house, so fair. She orchestrates a workplace romance between two unlikely people. She fakes a letter from a friend's dead husband to give her peace. She inspires an artist whose bones are as brittle as glass. And she terrorizes a shopkeeper by breaking into his home and setting up elaborate booby traps. This isn't to help anyone, of course, she just does it as some twisted form of justice. Gotta love her though, her heart is in the right place. The movie is cozy and lighthearted. Everything here is just delightful. Watching this movie is an extremely pleasant experience. It's almost like a variety pack of Jelly Belly. Each jelly bean is a little story featured in the movie, or a character, or a nice detail. Individually, they're sweet and colorful. You might not like every single one on its own, but collectively, you've got yourself a delicious treat that'll please just about anybody. And at its worst, it's maybe a bit too varied. There could simply be a little too much going on, and the focus is maybe a bit too all over the place for people looking for a straightforward love story. Because in this movie, you're not just rooting for Amélie to open up to this guy, because frankly, you just don't know him that well. But you do want both of them to be happy and to find each other, and you have that same sentiment for every single character in the movie. If you're looking for a whimsical tone, something charming, something kind, something wonderful, well, Amélie prides herself on giving people what they want. So why not you?